Smith is Neo's antagonist, the rogue program that almost conquered the world. He became an unexpected and apocalyptic threat to man and machine. But what exactly was Smith's power or powers? In this video, we are going to explain the abilities of the former Agent Smith. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Before we begin today's video, we would like to proudly announce Matrix Explained memberships. Members will unlock badges and emojis for live chat and video premieres, alongside other benefits such as early access to videos and more, with other benefits being added in the near future. This directly helps us to continue to make content for all Matrix fans. So please join us and enjoy today's video. Agent Smith's powers can be divided into two stages, before corruption and after corruption. First, we must classify his rank in the Matrix and what perks were available to him. The first time we see Agent Smith, he shows off his authority over other law enforcement agents, i.e. the police. Therefore, we can put authority over humans and programs as one of his perks. They have to follow his orders. This gives him jurisdiction over any police proceedings without question. To put it simply, he has moderator privileges in the Matrix. As a moderator, he can detain and or eliminate humans and programs. He can even bend the rules of the Matrix as he did when he fused Thomas Anderson's mouth shut. Smith had access to technology not accessible to anyone else in the Matrix, like the invasive tracker the agents implanted in Neo, or the specially designed truth serum, useful for hacking into the brain of a red pill. Therefore, as a moderator, Agent Smith had access to tools that facilitated his job. Smith had the power and skills to interrogate people. Although they were not as effective against Morpheus or Neo, his fighting prowess is far superior to any human. He is super fast and strong. Now then, the agents, including Smith, don't really have their own body or shell. They invade the bodies of the people who are connected to the simulation. This makes them vulnerable, however, because if an agent is destroyed and there is no blue pill nearby, they are no longer a threat until they find one and return. But it is also an advantage, because they can move from one body to another and reach their objectives faster. When Neo was resurrected, he destroyed Agent Smith's current shell, but he also corrupted his code. This corruption allowed Smith to break away from the system. He was freed from the Matrix, and his abilities were improved because they were modified with Neo's code. The first ability that Smith highlights is that he can now manipulate the Matrix to a greater extent than when he had the moderator privileges, as in when he was an agent. You could say that his privileges were elevated to a quasi-administrator. Not only is he still capable of transporting himself between bodies, he can also permanently infect them, making copies of himself. Smith was now using his code as a virus to infect others inside the Matrix and out. He was able to invade the mind of a resistance member. This can be classified as a new ability, being able to infect people from the real world. No other program has ever had power outside of the Matrix simulation. Though Smith's fighting skills did not improve with Neo's corruption, he circumvented this by having dozens of clones to fight him at the same time, which in actuality made him more dangerous, as he pointed out that fact to Seraph.
I have beaten you before.
Yes, true, but as you can see, things are a little different now.
In Matrix Reloaded, Neo was able to easily defend himself against the Smiths until there were too many of them swarming the one at once. So again, it is a fact that Smith still couldn't defeat Neo in a 1-to-1 fight, maybe not even in a 100-to-1 fight. So how was it possible for Smith to beat Neo in a 1-to-1 fight during the final battle in Matrix Revolutions? Well, this can be explained with one of Smith's newest abilities. The former agent gained the ability to assimilate other beings, including programs, thus acquiring their abilities. During his venture in infecting the entire Matrix, he crossed paths with two very important programs. The agent assimilated the Oracle and gained her sight. He also assimilated Seraph, and his fight skills vastly improved. Remember that Seraph was the only program that we know of that was able to match Neo's fighting skills, which is why he was the protector of the Oracle. Smith became an amalgamation of many programs, improving his abilities and gaining new ones. So when it came time for him to face Neo in Revolutions, Smith didn't need all of his clones to fight the One. He already knew that he was going to win. He foresaw it thanks to the eyes of the Oracle.
It ends tonight.
I know it does. I've seen it. That's why the rest of me is just going to enjoy the show. Because we already know that I'm the one that beats you.
Wait. I've seen this. This is it. This is the end. Yes. You were laying right there, just like that. I stand here, right here, and I'm supposed to say something. I say, everything that has a beginning has an end, Neo.
His fighting abilities now vastly superseded Neo's, and he was probably able to predict his moves during the fight. So you could say that the agent got a little cocky. Without a doubt, this version of Smith was practically unstoppable. Neo told Deus Ex Machina that they couldn't stop Smith without him, that he would soon infect everything. Smith's infection would have reached the source and the architect, gaining full control of the simulation, infecting every machine. He could have also awakened every single human infected with the Smith virus from the Matrix, resulting in a legion of Smiths walking the earth. But the machines had a plan. They needed to analyze Smith's code in order to create an antivirus. This is where Neo comes in. They needed him to be assimilated so they could see Agent Smith's code. Once Neo was infected, the machines immediately analyzed his code and created a kill signal and ran it through his body. Since all of the Smiths were connected to each other, the signal spread across all of the clones, effectively erasing Smith from the Matrix. Ironically, Smith's greatest power resulted in his deletion. Agent Smith was on the verge of taking control of everything and everyone. He had a combination of the abilities of an agent, the integral anomaly, and all other programs, making him the perfect enemy for the machines and humans, a danger to everyone. If Smith somehow returns in Matrix 4, he could be even more dangerous, as he may remember how he was defeated before, his fatal mistake in assimilating the anomaly. He would avoid assimilating the new integral anomaly and look for a new way to destroy the world. But do you agree? What other abilities did we forget to mention? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.